Captain Kruger. I'm the officer's commanding officer in the Rifle Vice Division. This case was sent to me for findings on December 9th, 2015. And I need to be, first I need to be clear in that I completely concur that citizens have the right to film police officers. This is not a question for me in any way, shape, or form. The question here really gets to what Mr. Young stated at the beginning of this discussion, which was what is the actual standard? And the actual standard under 310, which I believe is the appropriate directive applied to this particular case, members, whether on duty or off duty, shall be governed by the reasonable rules of good conduct and behavior. And the operative words in that statement are the reasonable rules of good conduct and behavior. The officer in this case, as we've heard already this evening, was leaving the Justice Center. The officer states very clearly in his testimony to Internal Affairs that he perceived someone yell or a noise, something that led him to believe that he could potentially struck someone or cut someone off on the driveway apron coming out of the parking structure. So immediately stopped his vehicle, and he immediately went to the rear of the vehicle. At that same time, the complainant was coming from the other side of the vehicle, and they met at the driver's left rear corner of the Chevrolet Tahoe that the officer was driving. The officer in this case states in his IA interview that as he approached the complainant, the complainant basically tried to put a camera in my face, and was basically blocking him from doing that. Internal Affairs asked the officer, so you feel like he was in your personal space? And the officer responded, yes. The entire incident, the entire relevant portion of this incident lasts for 12 seconds in the video. From the time the complainant, turns on his camera, which by the way, was turned on after Officer Groshon's vehicle had crossed the driveway apron, so we don't know if anyone made any comment or said anything that Officer Groshon would have heard because the camera wasn't running, or the camera didn't capture any of that information. This incident, from the time the vehicle comes to the driveway apron, and the time the officer drives away again, lasts exactly 12 seconds. So the contact between the officer and Mr. West, the complainant, lasts anywhere from between 9 seconds or 10 seconds or thereabouts. The officer immediately exits his vehicle, and as he approaches the rear of his vehicle, he sees this object being pushed towards his face and puts his hand up towards the camera lens, which in this case turned out to be a camera lens. He screens the camera lens with his hand, and that's very clear in the video. I'm going to disagree with everyone here that thinks otherwise. In my thorough review of the video, having watched it dozens of times, in fact, having gone to the trouble of having the Forensic Evidence Division take it frame by frame by frame by frame, there is no evidence in this video that the officer grabbed the camera at any time.
Oh, Jesus.
Some people say the Holocaust never happened.
Listen, do we need to take another break?
Yes.
Yes? Okay.
Ms. Malone, I would prefer to continue. I would prefer that you manage this undignified spectacle so we can continue.
Sir, I am trying to.
That moment, wow. $5,000.
Please stop. Please stop. We are here to try to resolve Mr. West's appeal. All of this is stopping us from doing that. Please, help us.
Yes, lies from the police are stopping us from getting to the truth. I'm done now. I will not say anything for 3 minutes.
Please don't say anything until the time for public comment.
The Merriam-Webster dictionary definition of the word grass, and I presume we can all agree that the Merriam-Webster dictionary definition would probably be appropriate, says